What's going on? If you're watching this video, it's because consumers are buying in a very specific way right now due to the recession. But when we started looking at historical data, we realized that consumer psychology always reigns supreme, and more specifically, the behavioral psychology behind the way that they buy. And so I think the easiest way that we can demonstrate this in a chart, and I'm sure some of you might have seen it already, but there's always this chart of the way that consumers adopt new products, new services, especially if you're a small business, right? If you're a small business that starts up in a town and most of the people are still not coming to your business, what is the reason? Is it due to bad marketing? Is it because, they're not accepting you? When you look at a chart like this, you realize that, you have the first type of consumer right here. You have the second type. You have two more right here, which always get bunched up together because it's the vast majority. And then you have the ones that trail behind. And so the first ones, which are the ones that you really should try to go after, these ones are called the innovators, right? And so the thing about the innovators is that most people don't try to spend that much time with them. One, because they don't give them that many opportunities to make things right. And you have to realize that because they're innovators and they have such a small percentage of this, they're the ones that usually take on the projects and get burned. And so we can look at something like, let's say, I don't know if you guys remember DoorDash, right? When DoorDash came out, this was during COVID. And a lot of the times you were at your house and the the meal would not show up. It would show up damaged. There was a time where I even got one and there was water all on the bottom of the bag and the meal was ruined. And you would reach out to DoorDash, and because DoorDash was starting up, right? Because you were one of the innovators, DoorDash was starting up, didn't have that much funding. What would they say? Would they give you some sort of like a credit back then, like they do now? Nope. They would just say, "Oh, we're sorry, so sad. We hope that next time it's a little bit better." And you would be like, what does that mean? And so that's what you have to realize with innovators. Innovators have been burned so many times. I'll give you guys one more. Instagram Reels, when they came out, most people won't remember this. Most people have like moved on and you remember how good the app works now, right, with Instagram. But when Reels came out, there was this thing called drafts, right? And you couldn't do drafts in the beginning. You could not do drafts. Every single reel had to be recorded and you had to save it somewhere else. You couldn't do it on your phone and you couldn't even edit on the phone. So once they introduced this thing called drafts, you could put all these different videos that you had created into there. But I remember so many times you would create a video, you would put it in drafts, you would go back, boom, gone. You would have 7 videos in there, glitched out, gone. What did Instagram do? There wasn't any support. You couldn't even reach out to Instagram back then. Too bad. So sad. 7 hours of your life gone. We don't care. That's the innovator right there, right? The innovator is trailed by what's called the early adopter. And these people still get burned, right? But these people never saw 7 to 10 reels go away. They might see, 1 to 2 reels that are gone. And guess what? Because we already went through this phase, the 1 to 2 reels that they lost, Instagram recovers. And so it's a little bit of an inconvenience, but they're not out here being pissed off like the innovators. These are the ones that get these people to join, and that's why you should spend most of your time here. If you're in business and you've been 1 year on the scene, right? 1 year, and you have a low amount of people coming to your shop, and you're expecting to be in this area, right? This is where everybody wants to be, right here, where the average consumer is going to come and they're going to accept your product. That's where you want to be. But if you're 1 year in and people are not coming back and you're not seeing either of these, right? This is where you want to be, but you're not seeing this one either. They're not here. That's because you've pissed off these people and they do not want anything to do with you. These people are not repeat consumers. It never gets to here. You never get to here. So I think that most of the times people try to invest all this time into marketing and more salespeople and everything. And I've said it. Why would you put, let's put it over here. Why would you put these dollars, right, into marketing? And what it's going to do is it's going to show you to more people, right? And if you're pissing off these people, now you're going to be pissing off these people and you're going to be pissing off these people. And now more people are going to know about your shitty business. And that's the reality behind it, is when you start putting marketing dollars to have more people see that you suck, right? In very simple terms, that your processes aren't good, that your people don't have customer service, that your prices are too high, that your prices might be justified for how high they are, but because of the service, now it's not warranted, that you're, deleting reels for people, and that ultimately the food's going to come, with all watered down, and you're not going to do anything about it other than say, I'm sorry. That's when this money right here, you're really just, you're losing it. You might get a one-time sale. The one-time sale is never beneficial for everybody. Everybody knows that you have to have some sort of a recurring model, a loyalty program, so that way things work out. So I know that we've made kind of mess of everything here, but I hope this helps. You have the innovators, the early adopters. This is the vast majority of people, and then this is the laggards. These are the people that come in at the end. There's really no benefit. You know, Bitcoin right now is at what, like, I think 80 on the low end, and it's like at 120, right? The people over here, the innovators, they probably got in at like 3 to 5 cents per Bitcoin or something like that. Now we're up here, the laggards, and everybody's like, you know, buy in. You got to get some Bitcoin. There's really, what are you gonna get? One Bitcoin at 80K, you know, like, well, somebody got 8,000 of them for 3 cents. So you never want to be this person here, but you also have to realize that when you are trying to push something out into the marketplace, these people will come. It's people that are going to take forever. They take forever on everything they do. These people will only come after this group right here has proved that you are worth their time. These people really want you to show them something special, and they want support. These ones are only going to follow these other ones. You'll only get these people after you convince these ones. So I hope this helps. I know that there's a lot when it comes to, you know, what's going to make you successful, especially if you're starting a new YouTube channel, a personal brand, whatever it may be, a business, you know, maybe your new bar to a location. But this really applies to every single type of behavior psychology when it comes to consumers, viewers, and anybody who's trying to support something that might be new that's being put out into the market. If you have any questions, feel free to put them below. If you have any questions when it comes to, you know, how consumers think, I'd love to hear them from you. Like, share, and subscribe if you feel that this is valuable content, and we'll catch you on the next video.